Hi, I'm Ed.
I'm Ashley. We're in Los Angeles.
And we're attending Microsoft's Professional Developers Conference, and you're watching Ed and Ashley's 5-Minute Show. Hello, I am here with Jim Pinkelman from Microsoft. So Jim, first of all, what do you do at Microsoft?
I am a director of an academic evangelism team. So what we do as a group is outreach to students and to educators. My whole group's in the United States, so we talk with students and educators in the United States. And ultimately, we're trying to create awareness about technology, excitement about technology, how students can use technology to get a job or pursue some passion they have or build a business or solve some world problem.
World Problems,
Yes.
Imagine Cup.
Yeah.
We met Jim at the Imagine Cup last year, and he was awesome. So, solving world problems, yay! But so, you mentioned outreach,
Yep.
and so seeing as how this is a show about women in technology, and
Right.
you aren't necessarily a woman in technology, but what sort of outreach things are you really leading that is helping out getting women into technology?
Yeah.
Where can people go for opportunities for that?
Well, I think of it kind of in two ways. One is women who are younger, either in high school, middle school, or in college, who haven't decided what they want to do,
Yeah.
or are maybe ruling things out that they want to do or don't want to do, and things like that. And so, I think that those are the future women technologists. And so, for that kind of group of people, I think you need to inspire them. And particularly with women, I think that one of the things that inspires or kind of motivates them is what they can do with technology. Now, it's an overgeneralization,
right,
but it's true to some degree. Now, obviously, there's men that kind of have that passion as well. But certainly, when you get down to middle school and high school and things like that, when you talk with girls or young women, it's about what they can do and how they can apply it and things like that. So I think when we try to deal with and work with educators, teachers, parents, and girls, it's, hey, there's unlimited possibilities. You can do anything you want with technology. It's an enabler to pursue the things that you want to do. Again, whether it's solving the world's problem, helping your community, building some medical device, whatever it happens to be. So I think of that group as in general of how do you inspire them, how do you open their minds, and how do you create opportunities. DigiGirls is an example of an event where we go off to middle schoolers and basically say, hey, this is an exciting field. These are people that are technologists now. They're cool. They have fun in what they're doing. They're glad they chose this path, and this is how they're either pursuing a career, starting a business, or changing the world. And then I think of the group of women that are already technologists, and I think the approach and what we have to do with them as a technology company is different. I think with women who are already technologists, we need to create help create some sense of community. We can't be a Microsoft community, but we need to support, say, NC WIT, Women in Technology programs, and things like that, because I think women's desire, heck, anybody's desire to kind of continue doing what they're doing is partially dependent on who they're doing it with, right?
How true.
If you're doing it with smart people, if you're doing it with people that are like you or intentionally not like you because you want, diversity, that's what inspires people to continue. So with women who are already technologists, I think that Microsoft as a company needs to do outreach, help create community, help create situations in which they're included as opposed to not included, help include situations where the fact that a woman is a woman doesn't exclude them from something. There's a story floating around from earlier this year. A woman went to a conference kind of like this, we're at PDC, it's a professional developers conference, and I don't know if you heard the story. Did you hear the story?
I didn't. Tell me the story.
So she showed up, I think she was local, but she showed up and she had a baby. And they said the baby had to register. conference. Yeah, seriously. And I don't know whether it was a Microsoft event. I don't think it was whose event it was, but the people that are working the booths are just implementing rules that they have. But I mean, there's an example of all you have to do is create a little bit of awareness amongst, say, the people that are registering. Say, hey, if a woman comes in and is bringing a baby, or a man comes in and brings a baby, they don't have to buy a separate ticket or something like that.
Yeah.
Right. It sounds a little bit ludicrous, but doing little things like that. I know there's a launch the other day for women in technology, and so at a conference like this, giving women the ability to get together, I think is good because it creates a self-supporting atmosphere. I guess.
Yeah. I have one last question for you, and I actually get this question quite a lot, and it's for dads who have young girls, and they want to know what they can do to make sure that their girls know that technology is an option for them.
Yeah. So I am in that camp.
Good. I thought I was asking the right person. Good.
So
okay.
I actually have an older daughter. She's in a sophomore in high school, and then I have a younger daughter who's a second grader. And so I've experimented with my own kids as they've grown up. I have a son who's a middle schooler. He's in I think seventh grade. Yeah, seventh grade now. And so they know I like technology and that I'm kind of a geek. And at different periods in their life, I've tried to encourage them to experiment with technology and try. I tried to get them to use Alice and Scratch and stuff like that. What have I learned? Not much. No, it's hard. It's hard. What I learned is dads shouldn't parents shouldn't over push anyone to do anything, right? And so the notion of trying to make it too appealing, and I wasn't very pushy at all. I was more, trying to get them to explore. But there's a pretty fine line between where you can turn somebody off from something, and on the other side of the line, it's exposing something to somebody. So what I've tried to do, and I don't know whether it's successful or not, is just try to, amongst my older daughter and now my younger daughter, show them fun things they could do with technology, like computer games is a great example, but also encourage them when they're in school. Hey, math's important, science is important. There's aspects of math and science that are really interesting, and while they're in the midst of learning how to factor an equation or learning algebra or something, sometimes math can kind of be boring a little bit. But what I've tried to do at times is try to expose them to situations in which math might be a little bit more enjoyable, or when it's not associated with kind of like a homework assignment.
Right.
It's more it's bigger than that. So I don't know. I think Dad should try to expose, not push it on them, expose them, but emphasizing math and science, even if they don't become technologists, that's good for everybody.
Right.
And certainly, my daughter's in high school now. I mean, she's pretty sharp at math and science, and I just think, wow, she's much more equipped to do many things, because she never kind of made the decision that I'm a girl and therefore I'm not going to be good at math or science, or I'm not going to like math and science. So that's good. That's good.
Well, congratulations, good parent.
Yeah. I'm not sure they'd say that.
Well, Jim, thank you so much for taking time to talk with us.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
And thank you for watching this episode of Ed and Ashley's 5-Minute Show.